formation. Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best?
The well-traveled Nick Folk has us set for a start, and we are underway here in Nashville. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. They'll be led out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down at 6. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
A loss of 6 brings up second and 16 at the Steelers' 21-yard line.
Work to be done here on second and 16 after the sack. Rudolph looking to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Rudolph eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Back to throw, Rudolph. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal. No gain on the play.
Rudolph now to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 10 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level. Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's Rudolph. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fighting through at the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Rudolph. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward, incomplete pass.
19
Now Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. In motion goes the tight end. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
95.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Levis back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Ridley. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. So Levis going to change the play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Josh Wiley, 33 yards. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. And now it's blocked. And the Steelers get it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Cordero Patterson on the loose. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And running with power here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Titans now.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be...
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Levis to throw off play action.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
Previous
with all
play
reviews
is
coming
under
from
review.
the replay official here in the final 2 minutes.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
first and 10
stands.
now from the 30.
Levis sets up to throw here.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on third and goal. And it's caught.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples.
third down.
What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Third and goal. Here's Levis.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
To throw is Wilson.
They'll get this complete to count.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Levis to throw it. Open man downfield is Ridley. Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down.
And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Levis will try to throw for the 2.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Downfield, offense.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So we've reached halftime in a while. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready to go. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now Levis.
Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Spears.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis.
Dancing to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Levis looking to throw.
Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. They needed 2, they could only get 1. Fourth down.
22 window.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Here's Levis. Touchdown! Chigakakro. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. And it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And Julius Chestnut now on the return. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Levis. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, it's Levis. Open it. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again?
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Tempo.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Back now in Nashville. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
36 power.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That escapes the sack. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Titans are right back in this football game.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Cameron Hayward, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
I guess it's time to date myself a little bit because I remember Dan Marino running a similar play to this on a Monday night game against the Jets way back when. He's going to fake the spike and hope that the defense lets his guard down, but they were alert there, and this ends up incomplete.
Here's a screen now for Pollard. Oh, some strong running, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10.
Like 49.
They'll throw it again with Levis. And he will find Ridley on the left side. The Titans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
A 46-yard attempt.
Folks' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Got his man, it's Warren. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Wilson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Levis back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Levis. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tyler Boyd from 21 yards away.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he finds Austin complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
That is intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Titans are going to have it here just past the 25. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Levis. Complete. Pollard.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Levis to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This now a 3rd and 4.
They'll run again with Harris. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, and a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Levis.
He'll buy some time right.
Able to hook up here with Ridley. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot. But this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
49's down. 22, Rita. 49, Mike 49. On.
One final try here for Will Levis. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of them.